Somebody say all. All they have. Do not spare them, but kill both man and woman, infant and suckling. Ooh, even the little babies. Oxen, sheep, camel, and donkey. Next slide. Verse 4. He said, verse 7. Saul smote the Amalekites from Havilah as far as Shur, which is the east of Egypt. And he took Agag, king of the Amalekites, alive. And he took Agag, the king, alive. Somebody say, mistake. In other words, he was king, Saul was king, and when he captured the king, he's thinking in his mind, I know God told me to kill everybody, but I'm going to give some mercy to the king because I would want some mercy myself. But that was against what God said. So he took the king alive, though he utterly destroyed all the rest of the people with the sword. Verse 8, and he took King Agag of the Amalekites, and he destroyed the rest of the people with the sword. Verse 9, Saul and the people spared Agag and the beast of the sheep, the best of the sheep, oxen, fattening lambs, and all that was good, and would not utterly destroy them, but all that was undesirable or worthless they destroyed utterly. Now, church, not only did he keep the king, but he kept the best of the oxen and the sheep. And, and then he destroyed all the other stuff. It kind of sounds like us. When we want to make a sacrifice unto the Lord, like we want to give some clothes down to the church, we take the stuff that's all jacked up, then we want to donate it to the church. You know that ain't right. If you want to do something, give something to the Lord, give him the best. Amen? I mean, really, give him the best. Not the rest. But God told him to destroy all this stuff as a sacrifice to him, but he didn't do it. All right? Somebody say mistake. All right, slip down to verse 20. Saul said to Samuel, because remember Saul can't talk to God for himself, so he's going through the intermediary, which is Samuel. He said, now, so here's what happened. Samuel told Saul what to do at the battleground, and Saul didn't do it. So now here comes Samuel to the battleground to check up on Saul to see if he did what God told him to do. Are y'all with me? Yeah. Verse 20. Saul said to Samuel, yes, I have obeyed the voice of the Lord, and have gone the way which God sent me, and have brought King Agag, king of Amalek, and have utterly destroyed the Amalekites. So he told Samuel that he did what the Lord told him to do. Was that a lie? Yes, he lied. Verse 21, but the people took from the spoil sheep and oxen, the chief of things to be utterly destroyed, to sacrifice to the Lord your God and Gilgal. Translation, when Samuel came to Saul and said, hey, what did you do? Did you do what the Lord told you to do? He said, yeah, I did what the Lord told me to do. He said, but the people, come on, church. Come on now. See, that's why I'm not going to be a pastor like that. When the Lord comes to me, I'm not going to be sitting up there talking about, I would have obeyed you, Lord, but the people said they didn't like to come down to, don't want no classes after church. The people said they didn't want prayer on Friday. The people said they didn't want, no. I have to go with what the Lord said. You can't, when you stand in judgment before the Lord, you can't point any finger at the people and say, well, my wife wouldn't let me go to church. My husband wouldn't let me go to church. My children wouldn't let me tithe. Listen, you better do what the Lord tells you to do, because the people are not your excuse. Give God some praise. Come on, you can't blame the people. And that's what's wrong today. We got too many pastors talking about, but the people. And that's what Saul said. And so now Samuel says, the people, he said, God told you to destroy all them. He said, but you didn't. He said, okay. So then verse 22, Samuel said, has the Lord as great a delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as in obeying the voice of the Lord? What he was saying was, King Saul was saying, well, the people said to keep the best sheep and to keep the best ox. He said, oh, and by the way, I'm going to offer it to the Lord. It's like the Lord telling you,